question from the digital SAT. It's not exactly a question that's on the digital SAT in one of the practice tests, or maybe more than one of the practice tests, but I've taken a type of question that's on digital SAT showing in the practice tests, and I've changed numbers to turn it into this unique question so that if you watch this video and see how this one's done, it doesn't blow a question on an actual practice test. So you won't say, oh yeah, I remember that one, the answer is C or whatever. You're going to have to work it out, but there's going to be questions on the digital SAT that are like this question. It says, in the xy plane, a parabola, which is a quadratic function, has a vertex of 5, -7, and intersects the x-axis at 2 points. So I'm going to draw this, 5, -7, somewhere around there, and it says it intersects the x-axis at 2 points. So it's got to be an upward pointing parabola. There's no other way. If the vertex is down here and it's a downwards parabola, it's not going to intersect the x-axis. So it's an upwards pointing parabola. If the equation of the parabola is written as y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are constants, which of the following could be a plus b plus c? Now, if you try this on Desmos, and it doesn't give you possible values for 2 of those variables, you're going to be sliding sliders around forever until you get exactly where the vertex is 5, -7 and figure out which one of these values is a plus b plus c. You can give it a try, but I can't think of how to do it right now blindly in Desmos without doing any other work. Maybe someone can. They'll put it in the comments of this video. But one thing to remember with parabolas or quadratics, there's something called the vertex form of the equation, a times x minus h squared plus k, where k is the vertex. And if a is positive, then this thing opens up, and if a is negative, it opens down. So I know this opens up, therefore a has to be positive. A is positive. I know that. And now hk is the vertex. This is 5, -7. So I can plug this in here. I'm going to put a times x minus 5 squared minus 7. I don't think I can still do anything in Desmos, but let me expand this. I'm going to FOIL x minus 5. I get a times x squared minus 10x plus 25. If you do x minus 5 times x minus 5 and FOIL it, that's what you'll get, minus 7. Now I'm going to distribute this a x squared minus 10ax plus 25a minus 7. That's the equation. Well, it's x squared plus bx plus c. So everything in front of the x squared is the a term. There's a. The b term is everything in front of x, which is minus 10a. That's what's in front of x here. And then the c term is everything that's constant, plus 25a minus 7. So now that's a plus b plus c equals that, a minus 10a plus 25a minus 7. Well, a plus 25a is 26a minus 10a is 16a minus 7. And I know that 16a minus 7 has to be greater than 0 because a is greater than 0. This is an upwards opening parabola. And so now maybe I have enough to do this on Desmos. I'm going to put this in here. A times x minus 5 squared. Where's my Desmos? A times x minus 5 squared minus 7. And then I'm going to make a slider for a. And then I'm going to do this 16a minus 7. And here a is positive. It's 9. Now I'm going to go down to a is 0. Look at this. At a is 0, remember, we know a has to be positive for this to be an upward parabola. At a equals 0, I'm having a hard time stopping it there. Stop at a equals 0. All right, or else I was going to have to type it in. A equals 0, 16a minus 7, which is a plus b plus c. It's another form of a plus b plus c, is equal to minus 7. And then as a gets positive, that gets closer and closer to 0, and then it becomes positive. So minus 7 is like the lower limit of this thing. It can't be minus 7, and it can't be smaller than minus 7. Well, look at the answer choices. It can't be minus 7. It can't be minus 8. It can't be minus 9. It must be minus 6. If you want to prove it, do 16a minus 7, And then I could say that's a plus b plus c. Let me try equals minus 7. Well, if I add 7 to both sides, 16a equals 0, a equals 0. But a has to be positive. And the same thing with minus 8. If this is equal 16a minus 7 equals minus 8, then 16a equals negative 1, and a equals negative 1 over 16. Well, that's not positive, that's negative. And if I do it for negative 9, 16a minus 7 equals negative 9, 16a equals negative 2, a equals negative 2 over 16, simplifies to negative 1/8, but it's still not positive. And now I'll do, just to prove with negative 6, 16a minus 7 equals negative 6, 16a equals, add 7 to both sides, 1, a equals 1 over 16. Well, that's positive. So that's the right one. The answer is A, negative 6. And at some point, at a point where you had this and this, then I could use Desmos to try to figure it out. But again, I don't think this is one I can just plug it into Desmos and blindly get the answer. Maybe someone will correct me on that. But for now, that's how this one has worked.